welcome. Today, in this video, we are going to discuss about a new feature of Oracle integration, which is dynamic FTP connection. What dynamic FTP connection is all about? Let's begin and let's understand that. So what we are going to cover, we are going to cover what is dynamic FTP connection, what is the use case. Use case is to use dynamic FTP connection and how to use dynamic FTP connection feature. Let's begin. So what is dynamic FTP connection? So dynamic FTP's connection supports calling or choosing the FTP connection dynamically from within single integrations. Sometimes you may need to invoke multiple FTP servers depending on some condition. Condition 1, I wanted to call FTP connection 1. Condition 2, I need to call to connection 2. And those two connection points to the different FTP server. So the dynamic FTP connection supports dynamically updating the invoke connection to use at the runtime. So while you configure your FTP connection wizard, you have to provide the which connection ID you want it to take on the runtime. So this feature enables you to reuse the same integration to send requests to multiple end systems or instances of the same application without creating separate integration for each. Okay, so now let's understand one use case. The use case is somebody is initiating the transfer. So you and me can initiate the transfer. Let's suppose I'm the only guy who is initiating the transfer. I can initiate transfer from my one bank to maybe HDFC, and I can initiate transfer from my bank to ICIC also. Meaning I wanted to transfer to two different banks. So in case I wanted to transfer to the different bank, maybe when I initiate the bank transfer via mobile, it should call one of my REST-based integration where I will pass the amount that I wanted to transfer from which bank to which bank, what will be the method, what will be the transaction date, and so on and so forth. So I have one flow. The two bank, meaning to which bank I want to transfer, it will be passed in the request payload like HDFC and ICIC. So if the transfer is initiated for the HDFC bank, I wanted to choose the HDFC SFTP connection. If I wanted to initiate for the ICIC, it should pick up the ICIC SFTP connection automatically in a single integration flow. Meaning, and you can do that maybe as some switch, but here I'm not going to use switch. I'm simply using the single connection, which will be switched dynamically based on some criteria. Let's begin and see how this dynamic FTP connection can be used here. So here we have two connections, HDFC FTP server, ICIC FTP server. If I open both of them, let me open this ICIC one. You will see here it is pointing to dev01, which is Dubai, right? And another one, which is HDFC, you will have it OIC dev1, which is pointing to some Chicago FTP server, right? And you can also notice the port is different. Now, here, what I have to do is I have to I have to use that connection identifier to switch dynamically. So I have to maintain those two connection identifiers. So for that to maintain, I have created one lookup and I have maintained, like for HDFC, I would like to use this FTP connection ID. If my bank is ICICI, then I wanted to use this connection. So now let's begin and let's build the integration here. Let's say dynamic FTP server, create. So first thing first, I'm going to choose my REST trigger connection. Let's say initiate transfer. Continue. Here, let's say transfer. It should be post. And here I'm going to say configure a request payload, configure this endpoint to receive the response. And let's say inline, let me provide some input here. My input would be, the sample input would be this guy. So here, it would be like I would have a two bank account name. So if the two bank account name is ICIC, I wanted to choose the ICIC FTP server. If my two bank account is HDFC, I wanted to choose the HDFC FTP server. Okay, continue, continue, and let's say status. Continue, continue, and finish. Right? Now, here, I'm going to use any one of the connection for now. You can use any one of them, no problem. Let's do this. Now here, let's say write transfer and let's say continue. So here on the next step, you will have a new option called enable dynamic connection, which is this configuration allows you to choose the expat expression, which would evaluate to connection ID of the OIC connection to be used at runtime for the invoke activity. So let me cancel that first because I need to loop over this response. So first thing first, I'm going to use for each here. Request wrapper, item, let's say current item. Close. Now then I will cut this and paste it here. Fine. Now open this. Let's say write transfer and continue. On the next screen, I will choose this option called enable dynamic connection. So here, whatever connection ID you give, whether you hard code or you pick it up from lookup or you pass maybe from the trigger, you have to choose it, right? So I am going to choose it from the lookup because I have maintained those into the lookup itself. So let's say lookup value here and choose this guy. Next, choose your, choose your bank name, choose bank FTP connection ID. Next, let's say NA and done. Okay. Now here, what I'm going to do is current item, this guy, two bank account name. Based on that two bank account name, my connection ID will be taken care. And then further steps are same, but you have to make sure your directory is same on both the locations, right? Let's say bank. Let's say bank.csv. Append to existing file. Continue. Continue. Drop sample file here. Let me do that. Okay. Okay, I choose payment.csv file. Let's say payment. Let's say payments, right? And here I can say all the fields are optional. Only one is mandatory transaction date. Continue. Continue and finish, right? Save. Now here, I am going to map all my fields and also I wanted to create the file name based on the bank name. So let's say concat file name item. Let's say two bank account name. And let's say here underscore bank.csv. So this is how my bank CSV will be created. And then of course, I need to map the data here also. Transaction date, payment amount, from bank account name to bank account name, payment method, from currency, currency code, and to currency code, right? Validate and close it. That's it. Now let's move this map. Okay, that's fine. Let's say success here. Validate and close. Now that completes my whole integration, and let's run it and see how it works. Fine. Save it. Close it. So let me open this is a duplicate tab as well and activate. Activate. All right, let's say refresh. Good. Now let's run this. I will go to the body. Okay, I am using the same data set. Okay, fine. So you see, we have two bank account name ICIC, ICIC, SDFC, and SDFC. So there are four transfers, two for SDFC, two for ICIC. So let's run it. And let's see what happens now. Let it be. Team success. Now, if I refresh it, I will show you which connection I have for iteration. I will also show you which connection is picked up. See here, ICIC. For this iteration, ICIC is picked up, and you can see here, ICIC bank.csv. You can see two bank is ICIC. So if I come back to the third iteration, maybe you see HDFC because it is for the HDFC bank. So if I come here, this is my one of the FTP server, come here and let's say folders, home, users, AJ, bank. So here is my ICIC server where the file is written. This server is for HDFC. AJ, bank, HDFC. So this is how you can process the files to multiple FTP servers dynamically without using switch. So this is how you can use this interesting feature of Oracle integration. I hope you find this video interesting. Thank you. Bye-bye.